What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the Blind Ace Disc Golf YouTube channel. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to make a pattern board or a match plate for green sand casting, pouring aluminum. Right here you can see what it's going to look like in the end. The marks on it are from a previous try that didn't work out so well. And right here, once it's done and taken out, you end up with the cavity inside and pour the aluminum straight in. This part that you're seeing right here is the result of the first cast. As you can see, there's a bit of an overhang where the two parts on the opposite sides of the match plate didn't line up so well. We'll be taking care of that in this video, and I'll show you how it's done. Alright, so the first thing I had to do was take the flask that I'm going to be using and mark out where the alignment markers are. We'll be cutting that out so that the markers from the cope of the flask will fit in there and also fit snugly into the drag. Take the jigsaw out, cut out as much as I can. Pretty easy, just cutting along those lines. Try not to cut too deep because we want to make sure that in the end it's going to fit nice and snug. Do a little test fit, make sure I have it on the right way. The alignment markers only fit one way, so the two flasks always go together the right way. You can tell right here it doesn't want to fit. I force it, that becomes an issue later. It seems like it fits nice and tight, but now the drag of the flask no longer fits in there smooth. So now I'm back over here, I'm re-screwing in the screws that are holding it, try to get it as tight as possible. Tighten up what I just loosened up, unfortunately. As you can see right there, it still fits a little too loose. There's a little wobble in those alignment pieces, so I'm going to take the nail gun to it just to drive it in and hold it in a little bit tighter. Wobble, rope and drag fit together without any play in between them, exactly how we want it, but the match plate no longer fits, so we're going to have to do a little work on that. Just take the file set, file it down, get it flat, get it smooth, try to get as tight of a fit as possible to make sure there's no movement between the match plate, the cope, and the drag. We want all of them to fit together as tightly as possible. Test fit seems to slide in just fine. Put the drag back on there. Everything fits great this time. Alright, now we're correcting the misalignment issue that I had starting out. So pull off the two pieces that I showed you how to make in a previous video. You don't have to pull these off, you just be putting them on, but I did have to remove them because I aligned them poorly the first time. Alright, so what we're going to do to make the match plate properly this time is we're going to go ahead and ram up the flask like we normally would. Start with the top plates, top half, same thing I always do. Real quick ram job, not too worried about how about the quality of the green sand or anything else in there. I'm just trying to get it rammed up real quick so that those will sit in place when we glue it all together. Doesn't have to be perfect. My sand is really dry right here. It's not something I'm concerned with. I won't be using this to cast at all. turn it over, make sure to hold those parts in place so they don't fall out or move. Wouldn't be the biggest deal if they did in this situation, but just out of habit, I try to keep them as close as possible. Use a little bit of baby powder, talc. You can use sawdust, it doesn't matter, just something to keep the green sand from sticking to itself when we put the cope on top. Alright, now right here we're using the bottom part, little ring. We've got some alignment holes on there, stick them in. My camera stopped recording, but we put the bottoms on and we rammed up the bottom just like we normally would, then split the flask as normal and remove the parts. Now what I'm doing here is taking the Alumilite parts that I cast out of plastic and putting them into the cavities that were created from the 3D printed parts. Using a little bit of hot glue here, and we will put the match plate down on top where it goes and apply pressure to glue it on. Then we're going to take the drag and we will put the top cast plastic parts in. Again, apply a little bit of hot glue. Turn the match plate over with the cope and everything to make sure that the alignment is perfect and it's going to fit right where it came out of the first time, right where the PLA parts came out of. And apply some pressure to make sure that everything fits tight and the glue sticks well. After just a few seconds, the hot glue will have cooled. It'll hold on nice and tight. And we can pull the flask apart. And there we have it. A little bit of cleanup to get some of the dirt and the extra hot glue out. But there it is. There's the match plate all together. And now we will just be able to pinch that in between the cope and the drag of the flask and ram it up normally. We'll no longer have to deal with 4 individual parts in order to make this cast happen. We'll simply be able to pinch this in between the cope and the drag, ram up one side, flip it over, ram up the other side. Then when we split the flask, we'll apply a little bit of powder, punch holes in it for the sprue, cut some gates, and pour it up. And right here you can see the end result and a little comparison between the two of what it looks like at the end. The top one being the original with that hangover, and the bottom one you can see ends up nice and smooth. There's a little bit of flashing there, nothing more than you would normally get from casting. Alright guys, well that is how I made the match plate for casting aluminum minis. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe.